Welcome to the top 7 at 7 countdowns. So before we get started, make sure to hit the like button, also subscribe to my channel. In this video, we will talk about the 7 signs you're severely depressed. 7. Uncontrollable emotions. One moment, it's an outburst of anger. The next, tears are flowing uncontrollably. Depression can cause mood swings that fluctuate wildly, and it has nothing to do with anything outside of the person experiencing them. Depression is sometimes connected to suicide. In 2020, nearly 46,000 people died from suicide in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention Trusted Source, CDC. Black people are less likely to die by suicide than white people, but black teenagers are more likely to attempt suicide than white teenagers. Statisticians were surprised Trusted Source notes a significant decrease in the number of people who died by suicide in 2019 and 2020, after years of increases. In 2020 alone, the number of white females who died by suicide dropped by 10%, while the number of white males doing so decreased by 3%. The number of Asian men dying by suicide also dropped in 2020. At the same time, some groups saw increases. In 2020, the number of Hispanic men dying by suicide rose 5%, while the number of Black and American Indian men dying this way also rose. According to the CDC, American Indian and Native American people are far more likely to die by suicide than any other group, followed by white people. In Mental Health America's online screenings, 46% of American Indians and Native Americans reported thinking about suicide or self-harm in 2020, and the number of those having such thoughts increased by 7.5% over 2019. This reflected the largest jump in suicidal ideation from any racial or ethnic group surveyed. Those who die by suicide usually show symptoms of depression or mental health issues first. Often people will talk about it or make a first attempt before succeeding in ending their lives. When people are at immediate risk of self-harm or hurting others, those around them should stay with the person until help arrives. Remove any guns, knives, medications, or other potentially dangerous items. Listen, but don't judge, argue, threaten, or yell. 6. Changes in appetite and weight. Weight and appetite can fluctuate for people with depression. This experience may be different for each person. Some people will have an increased appetite and gain weight, while others won't be hungry and will lose weight. One indication of whether dietary changes are related to depression is if they're intentional or not. If they're not, it may mean that they're caused by depression. 5. Irritability in men. Depression can affect the sexes differently. Research shows that men with depression may also experience irritability, escapist or risky behavior, substance abuse, or misplaced anger. Overall, men are less likely to trust source than women to recognize depression or seek treatment for that condition. They are more likely to get help when their symptoms resemble traditional depression, but may not identify their irritability or other strong feelings as something requiring treatment, according to a 2018 study by Trusted Source. Women are about twice as likely to trust source to take antidepressant medication as men, with the most frequent users being those over 60, according to the most recent National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey. White people are also far more likely to take antidepressants than Black, Hispanic, or Asian individuals. Men, for their part, prefer medicine to talk therapy when they get treatment, a 2020 study Trusted Source found. 4. Anxiety. Depression and anxiety often occur together. Symptoms of anxiety can include nervousness, restlessness, or a sense of tension, feelings of danger, panic, or dread, rapid heart rate, rapid breathing, increased or heavy sweating, trembling or muscle twitching, trouble focusing or thinking clearly about anything other than one central preoccupation. Native Americans and American Indians were most likely to report high levels of anxiety in Mental Health America's 2020 screenings. Their rate of moderate to severe depression also increased sharply after 2019. 3. Increased fatigue and sleep problems. Part of the reason that people living with depression might stop doing things they enjoy is that they feel very tired. Depression often comes with a lack of energy and an overwhelming feeling of fatigue, which can be among its most debilitating symptoms. This can lead to excessive sleeping. Asian and Pacific Islander people, particularly those from older age groups, may report feeling tired or sleepy rather than depressed, as the latter can be seen as less culturally acceptable. Because these symptoms can be attributed to other conditions, including chronic fatigue syndrome, healthcare professionals may miss the true cause. Depression is also linked to insomnia, and they can feed off each other. A lack of restful sleep may lead to anxiety. 2. Loss of interest. Depression can take pleasure or enjoyment out of the things people love. A loss of interest in or withdrawal from activities that were previously looked forward to, sports, hobbies, and going out with friends, is frequently a sign of major depression. In 2020, a whopping 90% of people who identified with more than one race reported symptoms of depression to Mental Health America. Another study, trusted source of 25,503 older Americans, found that Black and Hispanic individuals were 1.5 to 2 times more likely than white people to experience sadness and a loss of interest in everyday life. Losing interest in sex is common. Symptoms of major depression include a decreased sex drive and even impotence. 1. Hopeless outlook. People who are depressed often experience feelings of hopelessness, though this is not the same across all races and ethnicities. Hispanic and Latino individuals are the most likely to report feeling hopeless all or most of the time, followed by people of 2 or more races, according to a recent National Health Interview survey. Sometimes people who are depressed feel like they are worthless, a sentiment that the survey found most common among people of 2 or more races, as well as American Indians and Alaska Natives. Native Hawaiians and Pacific Islanders are most likely to feel like everything is an effort all the time, followed by Black or African American individuals. Some people who live with depression also experience inappropriate guilt. They may often think, "It's all my fault," or "What's the point?" Loneliness and isolation are among the top 3 reasons people describe themselves as having poor mental health, as reported by more than 1 million people who screened themselves for depression and anxiety on Mental Health America's website in 2020. For Hispanic/Latinx people, it was cited as the biggest cause of mental health issues. So make sure to watch the full video. Let me know in the comments section below. Before you go, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.